Just a moment. I found something.
Oh, good. Found something. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Core. This is Core, where we talk about video games, what's going on around them, and the ones we're playing. We're also going to
hell yeah,
right?
Games.
Video games, they're great. It's going to cost a lot to run them in the next few years, but they're great. You know, I hope you don't need RAM right now or video cards.
Take good care of your RAM if you have RAM.
I don't. The big games they're releasing look like Flash games. It's amazing.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. There's a lot of stuff.
Wouldn't be bad to get the Windex out, take your RAM, give it a little clean. Do you use Windex on RAM?
I don't know, can you? I don't think so. I had a friend.
But you're giving the advice, huh? That's a bold.
I had a friend that would. I had a friend that would spray it in his mouth like Banaka. He thought it would give him better breath.
I had a kid tell me that he wanted us to come to his birthday, but he was like, "Just so you know, though, you have to wear sweats, and my parents will probably spray you with Windex."
Oh my gosh, dude!
And then nobody wanted to go to his birthday.
Why Windex? Windex is for Windows. It should be like Lysol.
I don't know. We were just like, "Are you being serious?" Yep. And we're like, "Okay, sorry, something came up. Nobody went."
Your parents
is that like soap? Because like if you had a potty mouth, you'd wash your mouth out with soap, and they literally use soap. And I had that once. It was dish soap. They didn't have actual soap, but I kept swearing, and my mom put a dab on a spoon and made me eat Sunlight soap.
Really?
And not rinse my mouth for like 30 minutes.
How was that? Do you remember how bad it was?
It was horrible.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not a good thing to do to kids.
No, I'm not a believer in such.
It's just kind of poison. Like it's soap, but you're not supposed to eat it. I don't think. You know?
Yeah.
Anyway.
No.
My son asked me if he could, and I said that used to be how they punished kids. I was like, no, it's yucky, and he's like, it smells good, and I was like, well, literally, that's how they used to punish kids. I'm not gonna have you eat soap. It's not good. It doesn't taste good. And then at one point when he was washing up, I think he gave a lick on his hand or something because all of a sudden he went, "Oh, soap's gross." So I was like, yeah.
But see, that was the way to do it. You were like, remove this stigma we've had for so long about it being a punishing thing, and let him have a little self-discovery and learn on his own. I think that's great. That's the way to do it.
He insisted.
Yeah.
As is usually the case. He had to learn for himself.
The kid's not messing around, man. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I hate to interrupt.
Breaking news from Beau Schwartz. What do we got?
I think so. Did you see the Spider Noir thing?
Yeah, the trailer guy.
Yeah,
okay. It's 4 hours ago, but you guys saw. Okay.
Yeah, I saw it this morning. I think it looks pretty good.
I guess so. I don't know. I'm just like, they're like Nick Cage is in it. That's like, I'm like,
yeah.
I started watching it and I was like, okay, Nicolas Cage. Is he going to be Nicolas Cage in this? And then it gets to that one point and I was like, yes, he's going to also Nicolas
essentially,
Cage in this
yeah.
movie.
I mean, he was the voice of Spider Noir in the Spider-Verse movie. Is he in both? Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is significant because it's the same casting and that's cool. But it being live action, it means a certain thing if Nick Cage is in your thing. I think you have to know that going in. And I think it looks kind of interesting. I'm sort of into it. So
okay, cool. Yeah, I'm not here to say bad. I was just like, oh wow, they're really making this a thing. And they trotted out Nick Cage, and honestly, I'm just glad to see Winston from New Girl in something.
Yeah,
that's also
I like Winston a lot. He's not in enough things. Actually, he was in Fargo season 5. It's very good.
You know what he's been in Canada at least? Credit card commercials
really?
For like ever. Yeah, I don't know. I think because it's Bank of Montreal, so I don't think it's a commercial you guys see in the States.
Weird.
Yeah, he's got a prolific career in advertising up here.
Sweet. So. Well, get a low interest rate and buy things with your card. We're going to get right into it. We got a lot to talk about today. I talked in the pre-show about this a bit, but we're going to transition straight over to the State of Play PlayStation event at 3 p.m. today. So the show will be, by our standards, slightly shorter than usual. By most show standards, longer than they do them. So,
but also same length because we're just breaking it up.
Yeah, we're just breaking it up.
For me, my shift is the same length.
Yeah.
Yeah, what doesn't really change for us much, but you guys are going to basically get 2 episodes. One will be that real-time commentary, and the other will be this show that we're doing now. So watch for that when it goes up. We're just before 3. We'll kind of wind things down, restart the stream, and then off we are to the races.
We got like an hour, 20 minutes.
Yeah, we don't have long before this happens. So we're going to get straight into it. Let's start this week. We're going to do what we played. Then we'll see if we've got room for some of the news. We'll start with the bigger stuff. and see how we land. So here we go. Let's do it. You guys both played Mewgenics. I wanted to play Mewgenics. I didn't play Mewgenics. How is Mewgenics? Who wants to go first?
Can I just say before we start talking about the game? Also, I feel the opposite. I didn't want to play Mewgenics, but
did someone buy it for you?
No, I bought it myself. It was overwhelmingly positive, had turn-based, and it got my curiosity, but I had a lot of reasons. You know when you're rationalizing to yourself, like, I don't want to play this. Like, I'm going to skip it. And you're like, I'm not playing this. But it's still in your head all the time that you want to check it out.
Sure.
So I ended up buying it.
Yeah.
It's kind of the reverse.
It's all anybody wants to talk about. It's the guys who brought us, Smash or Super Meat Boy and Binding of Isaac. Yeah. So this is like, kind of third game. And
I really don't like Binding of Isaac.
It sounds like this kind of game. Well, okay, so Beau, let's start with you. Did you?
Let's start with John, maybe.
All right, John.
Unless John wants me to go first.
John,
go
what do you
first,
want to do?
especially if you're not really into it, because then we end on a positive. Because I like it a lot.
So here's the thing, right? You know how I don't like black and white games?
Mm-hmm.
It's not really a black and white game, but it feels kind of close.
It's pretty monochrome, sure.
Yeah, and I don't think that the Newgrounds art style is like definitely my jam, Yeah, so I was just like, I was rationalizing a lot of reasons not to buy it, but then I just am like, I want someone to play. Maybe it's awesome and I'm missing out. So I bought it last night and I played the tutorial, and I'm still at I don't know. It's cool. It's like it's
turn-based strategy.
It's but I mean, it's pretty basic. Like it's like Wildermyth or whatever. I don't know, but maybe it gets better. That's the thing. Like I just did the tutorial. I played through the tutorial. I bred some cats, and before I went on my first on my own mission, I stopped there. I went back to Overwatch.
Okay.
So I'm not really qualified to speak on it. I think John's been enjoying it.
Yeah.
And I really don't want to say bad things about the game because it feels like I need to play it more. But anyway, that's where I'm at with it.
No, I feel you, John. We'll throw it over to you. I'll just say this real quick. Friend of the program, Dan Stapleton over at IGN, gave this a 9 out of 10, which is a big deal, I think, to give it that high of a review. It's been getting raves everywhere, and the aggregate sites are giving it really high scores. Is all of this true, or have we been misled by somebody somewhere?
I really like it. I think it's a very good game. I'm kind of like Beau. I'm not the biggest fan of Binding of Isaac. Like, I recognized what it did, but I'm not a huge fan of the art style. Poop humor, gross out stuff doesn't really appeal to me. So I was hearing such good things, but I'm like, this doesn't check a lot of boxes besides turn-based strategy for me, and that it's apparently very good. So I got in, and it has its charms. There are some things where it's funny. It's definitely funnier with other people in the room. My wife and my stepdaughter walked into the room right after I hit in today for the first time. So they're like, "What's John doing?" And the very first thing they got to see was 2 cats humping, and then a little baby cat shoot out of the bottom of a pregnant cat.
Oh goodness!
That's what they saw.
You didn't have to explain anything, right? You have to go on and go.
I didn't feel the need to explain anything. Okay. I feel like it was all right there on the screen. I was like, you saw what you saw.
Sure.
You accept that when you cross the threshold into my office, there is a contract that you are accepting whatever is on the screen.
There's an end user license agreement. That's amazing.
You made a decision to see what I was doing, and now you know, and whether you regret that or not is up to you. But I think that every time I do a run, the game kind of grows on me. It's one of those that it kind of starts off very linear. The tutorial's very guided. Yeah. Then it goes into your first adventure, and it gives you there's one path to follow, kind of bare bones in terms of classes, because you put collars on the cats, and that changes their class. And you have 4 to start with, kind of the tried and true. You've got a tank, you've got a warrior, you've got a mage, and you've got a ranger. And then you will unlock more as it progresses, and they do different things and have different passives, and there's a lot of ways to adjust adjust your play style, but there's also a lot of random effects that can kick in. And so you might go with one set of cats and go like, oh my gosh, I am overpowered. Like I had one run where the ranger cat, the special trait they had was anytime anything moved into range, they would take a shot at it. You know, it was kind of that perk from XCOM, you know, with snipers.
Right.
I was like, oh, this is so good. Oh, this is amazing. This is the best trait ever. But on that, I saw another ability that was, hey, anytime, you know, you're guaranteed to crit, but you have less of a chance to hit. But there's another talent that makes it to where if it's a ranged attack, no matter what, you hit. So if you combine those two together, you're going to get crits every time that cat shoots. In fact, the run I was doing right before I got here was this really cool combination of abilities on the thief where it's, I don't remember what it's called, but it's an attack that only does like 1 damage, but if it crits, it refreshes your ability to attack again. Well, then I got another ability that anything that does 1 or 2 damage will always be a crit. So I can sit there, hit him, shoot, hit him, shoot, hit him, shoot till I run out of mana. So then you just do whatever you can to power up their mana so they have as much as possible so you can kind of spam the ability. And it ends up making really cool builds. You only get to use these cats for 1 run. After you've completed a run and you go back to the house, they're retired.
Right.
So it's a different run every time you go. There is no like, I'm going to super power this cat and he's going to be powered forever. The longest they're going to be overpowered is 1 run, which slowly extends out the more you play. So the first time you go through the alley, and when you're done with the alley, you go home. But that unlocks, you know, the next stage. I think it might be the sewer. So the next time you go through, you can do the alley, you can do the sewer, and then that unlocks a 3rd area that you can go to. And then as you go back through again, there are different paths you can take in those levels that you've already done, so it even changes those up a little bit. As well as the creatures that you encounter, the bosses you encounter along the way will sometimes be different, so it's not like you see the same boss guaranteed every single time. But there are pretty good odds that, you know, the boss you're going to face here is going to be the rat guy that throws bombs, you know, but it might not be him, it might be somebody else that you might see on rotation. And so there's randomness, but there's predictability within the randomness. And I think it makes it to where it's random enough to where you feel like it's different and refreshing every time you do a run, but not so different that you can't make plans and do a build or, you know, attempt to build a team in a certain way where it's like, oh, I was going to do this, but the randomness completely ruined my life and I can't do that anymore. So it threads that needle really, really well. And there's a lot of cool elements to it with environmental stuff. You know, there's like the burn effect in a lot of games. You get burn, you're going to take damage every round. But there are also abilities that will give a wet status effect. If you try to put the wet status effect on someone that's burning, you remove their burn.
And I noticed that you in the last level I was just looking at, there was water on the ground. So you can electrify a bunch of cats if you do it right, all that kind of thing. Here's
electric attacks on water hits everybody that's in the water.
Let me ask you this. Does that fiddle with John's dislike for what they did in Original Sin with all the goo on all the stuff on the ground? Is that too much stuff on the ground?
No, because it's not overdone.
Okay.
Like the problem with Divinity Original Sin is it's like the entire place lit up on fire. And then I had a way to deal with that, but now the entire place is covered in smoke. Okay, but we do a thing to get rid of that. And it's like, oh, well, now the entire place is covered in ice. You know, it's just, it felt like it was always trading one for another.
You're even underselling it because it's often 8 elements and not 1 element. Like there's like fire, cursed fire, smoke, cursed smoke, tendrils, like is everything on the ground. And usually you're lining up for an ability and then something you didn't calculate because there's like a bee's dick worth of, you know, necrotic fire in the way and it ruins your move. Like Divinity's like a mess when it comes to that stuff.
Yeah, there's shit all over the place on the floor on that thing. But that's interesting. I like it when something's like, here we go. Here's some water puddles. There's something fun about you wanting to use that to your advantage and then wipe out a bunch of enemies, but also make sure you're not standing in it when you do. You know, like there is some fun in that.
It reminds me of Into the Breach a lot. I mean, it's a tactics game, right?
Right?
Yeah.
Fair.
I think that's a fair comparison. Yeah.
Because it's only a grid. Like, it's not meant to be. It's complex, but you're not looking at a 5-mile piece of terrain or anything like that either. I'm wondering, because I haven't played that far. Like, it could be just that I'm in the beginning spot and it hasn't like got its hook in me yet. Because it seems to have good bones, is
like,
what I'd
I
say.
keep hearing like John kind of said earlier, what I keep hearing and Dan's review was like this on IGN. It's basically like, yeah, it seems real basic at first, but it's like he couldn't stop. It was like, I'm 300 hours.
The game
into
has
this
281 achievements. That was also a selling point. Not that I like achievements,
true, it does.
but it
That's a
made me
lot.
think, what amount of content is in this package to warrant 281 achievements? It intrigued me. And I will say this as a big compliment to the game too. The menu screen is composed of 4 buttons: play, options, meow, and exit. Pretty standard stuff, but what I like is the meow button.
What does it do?
It just plays a meow
Oh,
sound.
that's
You
great.
just hear a meow. Yeah.
You just keep clicking it.
random meows.
It's like I'm like, they've got like 500 meows in this game. This is awesome.
Too early to say game of the year with the meow option. I mean, I'm just saying.
It's too early to say game of the year because like I'm reconciling the things I'm not loving, like I don't love about it, versus things I love. And like Sherry made a little comment about my logic being, I don't like the art or developers, so I bought it. It's more of a FOMO thing, right? Like
Everyone's talking about this one right now.
I will play a game in any genre if it's like an exceptionally good game and it, you know, you get curious. Maybe I still won't like it. It's not like it's a guarantee, but like usually it means there's something to see. And I don't dislike it.
Yeah.
You know, but
how much of a beef is this about the art style? Because it is very big.
It's
fat
mainly on
lines.
the art style. Like
Okay.
it's mainly like I'm not a big Newgrounds art style enjoyer myself, you know, but it isn't even the art style. It's the lack of color. It's just it's so bland. Like, but the music's awesome. You were talking pre-show about I wasn't paying that much attention to the music, and then like I clued in and it was like, oh, they did like vocal tracks. Like they're meeting the Hades Baldur's Gate 3 standard of being like, we're cats and we like to be cats. Yeah. It's cat time. And I'm like, the effort in this thing is like, you can definitely see there's top-notch effort in it. I think the color is just a choice and not my favorite.
It's all muted.
The lack of color.
Yeah.
But the thing I'm curious about, John, because again, having played the tutorial, and like you said, I think this is an onion that keeps getting more and more interesting the more and more you play mechanically.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering, because you can only take cats on a run once.
Yeah.
But you can preserve through breeding. Like, so if like you have like, do you know how that works? Like,
So,
I haven't really encountered it.
I'm struggling still with this. The breeding thing there's tricky elements to it. Real quick before we get too far off of it, Scott, I shared with you one of the songs called Cat Fight, and I figured you could play a little bit.
Yeah,
of
we can
this
play a
so
bit of
people
this.
can hear what I'm talking about.
Oh, I like it already. Cat fight. Does it have lyrics to it?
Yeah, it does have lyrics.
Give me Primus vibes.
We got
very
work
Primus.
up to it though.
This sounds like what happens in a cat's head in their brain. Sounds like you commissioned a bunch of actual bands, like little indie bands and stuff to do this stuff. All right, I'm gonna skip ahead. You know what? That's great. That's really great. I'm gonna have to get this game. I guess I can listen to that online, but you know.
Yeah, like I'm not writing it off yet. I have to like give it some time. I think right now what's going on is I just have a game I'd rather play right now. And that's the problem. I think like
Starts with an O and ends with a watch. I know what you're up to.
Yeah. It's hard to go towards the low dopamine hits of the turn-based genre from shooters, you know. But to
answer your question about the breeding side, I'm still trying to get my head around it a little bit. It feels like, because at first I assumed it was a way to preserve some of those random traits, like, I really liked that I had a cleric that when they healed, like if a cat got knocked out, if they healed them, it would resurrect them. Because normally if you heal a cat that's downed, you just give them more hits that they can take before they're permadead. But this would actually put them back into the fight. And I was like, oh, that's a really good trait. Can I preserve that by having them have kids? It didn't seem to work that way. But also getting cats to bone is harder than the tutorial makes it out to seem. The tutorial makes it like, oh, the cats are just going to bone nonstop. You're going to have kittens flying in all over the place. Turns out sometimes they just kill each other. They don't fight. They don't hump at all. Sometimes one's in the mood, the other is not. This
is real cats, by the way.
There is actually a housing building element to it. You can decorate rooms in your house.
Oh, gosh.
And depending on the aesthetic of the room of the house, your cats are more or less likely to bone. And you can make your house bigger so you can give special rooms for the cats. So Chad is asking, you need a male and a female, right? I don't know. They will definitely try and hook up regardless of gender. I've seen it.
Yeah.
But I have yet to see I've seen attempts, but I've never seen it work out. Yeah. And I don't know if a baby comes out of it.
To me, it's like people. They're all going to get together, but only the men's and the women's are going to have the babes.
I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's true.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because there is a scientist character who you have to pick 2 cats in the tutorial, and the third one gets recycled for parts, which basically means he's put into a grinder, and he's like, oh, that's useful for coming up with stuff. So I'm pretty sure mad science is a part of this game.
Yeah.
And I think boys banging boys and making babies, I wouldn't write that off. I wouldn't write that off. No. I wouldn't write off that at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything's possible.
Because another thing I learned too when I was watching it, that also it just intrigued me because the game has like it's twisted humor, right? Inbreeding apparently gives you, I think, bad or good traits or bad traits that can be
okay. So this is where the breeding comes in. So much like how we got domesticated cats to begin with, inbreeding is very much a part of this game. And if you have inbreeding happen in your cats, you do increase the odds of birth defects. Okay. And so birth defects can be passed down. So right now, because I haven't really understood what I was doing, it was kind of like a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I have a genetic trait that is passing through a lot of generations of my cats with these. They look like they got woolly back legs, and it like gives them it gives them a speed boost. But somewhere along the way, one of the offsprings was born with weird eyes. And now that
woolly back legs.
Yeah, so now weird eyes and woolly back legs are a common trait that's getting passed down together, which is really frustrating because one is a positive stat increase and the other is a negative. And so when it comes to the breeding, there is an element of you want to try to keep these good traits going without the bad. So you have to be careful not to introduce the bad, but obviously the more you reproduce cats, the better chance of birth defects kicking in. And I had one with a weird head, and it just like sometimes it's good stats, sometimes it's bad stats, sometimes it's a little of both.
Weird head disease.
Yeah. So
let's not ignore the fact that the game is called Mewgenics, which is a pun on eugenics.
Yeah,
it's cat eugenics, the game. So the fact that you're breeding them to make a super soldier cat is kind of, it's in the title of the game.
Yeah,
yeah, they're not hiding it.
So
well,
it seems like
those guys have always been a little weird. The McMullen guy, he's always been a little twisted. Like Binding of Isaac's got some dark shit.
Oh,
in there.
there's some really twisted stuff.
Yeah,
in this
that's
game,
why that's another thing that made me hesitant too, because I'm not into like edgelord humor, and it's hard to tell if it was edgelord or just twisted, like fun. Like there's fun twisted, and there's like stuff, icky stuff.
Well, that guy's basically our age or somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, but it's more. I don't know if it's a generational thing. It's just like, how mean is it about the cats, you know,
Right.
Because in a way, it's not funny to laugh about inbreeding and stuff like that. You know,
It's not funny. Everyone proceeds to laugh.
Yeah, everyone laughs.
yeah,
It
no,
is
but
funny.
like in the right it's a context thing. I'm like, is this, you know, my first impression was like, I don't know, man, but I've been laughing. It's been making me laugh. I think it's okay. But it's
like
twisted
walking
for
into
sure.
my office when I'm in the middle of a game. I think there is a EULA that you agree to with this game, where it's
it
like,
is
I
twisted.
understand what we're doing with this game.
Yeah.
Like,
Or, you know,
And-
don't tell people about it. Don't tell all the people about it at work, because some people are probably not going to like what
you'll
they hear.
definitely be judged.
I mean, would either of you, how much of it does it carry the game? Because would either of you have preferred like a cyberpunk setting or a military hoo-ha setting or a futuristic?
like this exact game, but different. Well, I mean, the art is the biggest thing that almost kept me from getting this game, but
Yeah.
so like a different art style for sure. Different setting, I don't care as much about. I am checking right now though, because I did see something about, yes, you can change the humping animation.
Sweet.
If that is something that bothers you. I don't
turn
know
it
what
off.
they mean. Here are the options: normal humping, random humping.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means, and safe humping.
What the hell is that? I don't know what that means either.
I don't know. But there you go. So if cats humping
go,
is
Ross.
something, if cats humping is something that really bothers you, it can be adjusted.
I mean, you know, I could see you buying this for your kid and then discovering it's like full of cat banging, you know.
I was trying to find it's not easy to find cat humping on the on the YouTube here. I was trying to see.
You can also do some adjustments with some of their visual stuff, which is kind of nice. Like, I don't love, everything's meant to look a little bit like it's on a film reel, so there's a big
Isn't cat
flicker
humping
effect to it. You can turn the flicker off or down to very low, which I did. So there's just there's a couple options to mess with some stuff like that.
All right, so this video
I
here.
thought cat humping was kind of ranged anyways, but
There's some cat humping right there for you. See?
thanks, man.
Yep. You bet.
Yep.
You betcha.
Scott
I mean,
shares
that's-
it with everybody
mean-
during the. You might not want to see it, so here's.
Well, I meant
Here's a
in
sample
real
of
life.
it.
I didn't think he meant the game, because the game is, you know, somewhat fictionalized. I thought in real life cat humping was kind of ranged, because they're.
I don't know how cats.
You
do it.
ever hear it? They're like screaming. Like, I don't even know how you get in close or what kind of. I've never seen it. I just assume you aim real good and hit the spot, and the babies are made.
Yeah,
from
in the
range.
case of dogs, they swell up and you can't get them apart for like 20 minutes. I've
It's like
had
a
that happen.
widowmaker, you know, shoots their gun. It's just gotta.
Someone's been playing a lot of Overwatch. I can tell you're into
Sorry.
it.
Yeah.
No, it's all right.
maybe it'll
You are what
Any-
you play.
Anyway, I do recommend this game if you like turn-based games. I think it, from a gameplay and just sort of being fun perspective, I think it goes beyond the art style and even the humor, if that's turning you off, because that was something I wasn't necessarily excited about, and I still like the game in spite of it. So I think it's worth checking out if you like
Nice.
those kinds of games.
Cat fight.
Cat fight.
Cat
Cat
fight.
fight.
Cat fight.
Time for a cat fight.
It's a pretty good
Play
song.
a couple more seconds of that
All right,
from
hold
the
on.
cat fight part.
Right from cat fight forward. Here we go. It's really good. It's actually really good.
It's fun,
fight.
and there's a lot of those. There's one for, I think every boss has a theme. So
That's awesome. That makes me want to play Tony Hawk while this song is going. That's some Tony
would
Hawk
be-
music.
yeah, I could see that in a cat fight
Fits in for some reason.
or in Tony Hawk. Cat
Well,
fight.
I'll get to my boring picks this week. You're going to laugh at me, but I downloaded and then started to play Animal Crossing for the Switch too. Now,
I mean, better you than me, because we've talked about what happens.
the
if I
curse
play
with you
Animal
have a
Crossing,
curse,
so-
and I don't mind. I don't blame you for not invoking the curse. I think it's
Who
actually
are you
good.
telling to shut up in the show?
It was just me. Like, imagine the sentence being Animal Crossing on Switch 2. Shut up! Because everyone's going to give me shit about it.
Oh, okay.
I don't know that anyone
won't.
will. You won't. You're
I'm
a
glad you had a
welcoming.
good time.
This game got many of us through a pandemic.
It did. The question was, would it give me anything new to do or interesting to do in its Switch 2 iteration for my $5 upgrade price? And the answer is not really. There's some nice new features. There's some quality of life stuff that, people have been asking for. You can reset your island pretty easy. Resetti, which I'm so embarrassed about this. I didn't know his name was based on the word reset. I always thought it was something else.
Oh, really?
Yep.
You had a Phoenix Down moment?
I felt like a complete idiot about that when I learned it. But because I've been, he's been in the game since forever, all the way back to the GameCube game. But
he'd show up when you reset the console.
Yeah, when you reset it, and they chew you out for doing that because you can cheat your way to you can cheat essentially. But anyway, the game is what it is. It's nothing new to add here. There's a bunch of Lego stuff that they added, so you can get like a fully themed out bunch of Lego crap, either buildings or interior stuff, beds and chairs and Lego blocks of all kinds. I haven't gotten to any of that because Scott, in his brilliant wisdom, said, "You know what? I don't want to just go to where I used to be. I'll get in there and see all my stuff and go, I'm gonna start over."
Well, your island's gonna be a disaster, and then you're just gonna feel guilty.
Yeah, then I'm gonna feel
better.
bad.
Those islanders just wonder when you're coming back, and you start over fresh on a brand new island.
That's exactly right. So that's what I did. Frog Pantsville is now a new island. I'm out there building stuff. But that also is a reminder of all the crap I unlocked, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to do all that again. Or do I really want to work up to this? Or do I got to talk to Tom Nook these 100 times before he leaves me alone? Like, there's a lot of that going on in my head right now. So I don't know how much of this I'm going to like hardcore stick to, the way I did in 2020 and beyond. But I'm having a good time in here. And Animal Crossing, I have a special little hole in my heart for Animal Crossing. I like these games a lot. So got up to that a little bit. What else did I do? I played Goblin Sushi.
I like those names.
Yeah.
I like how that's
eating
that can
a
be
lot of sushi.
Yeah.
I'm
I went
goblin.
to Japan and goblin some sushi.
It
there.
does sound like it's goblins made of sushi, but that is not what's going on here. This is a game about you, a goblin, opening a sushi restaurant and serving really disgusting versions of sushi to other
'cause you're a
goblins and
goblin.
orcs and all. Yeah, because you're gross. You're bok basically.
Your bok bok.
Yeah. He's just a little bok guy. Look at him. He's got glasses on. It is currently getting some pretty good reviews, 87%, not terrible, not a ton of reviews. I think some people are the negatives are mostly like, I thought this was like Diner Dash, or I thought this was Cook Serve Delicious, but with goblins.
Ooh, tasty.
Yeah, I know, right? It's gross. You can make a poo. The poos are good for, you can actually use the poos to benefit yourself.
So instead of fish in the sushi, it's like little poo nugget, like cat.
Well,
turds?
no, there's actual fish and stuff. There's some like octopus legs and junk, but the poo is a whole thing because you do the poo to create disgust, but also if there's enough poos on the conveyor belt, they'll give you a benefit or a bonus. Here's what I'm going to say about this game. It is a roguelike, so it's not like Cook Serve Delicious or Diner Dash in the sense that your goal is just to sell as much as fast as you can, get the orders as right as you humanly can so that this other money goblin will come and take your freaking money and go away again while you make more. And then he'll show up again wanting more money. So you had to be strategic while he was gone with your roguelike cards that pop up, like your as you can see here. They also have rune system, all the stuff you expect from a roguelike. But in order to have that kind of money to pay him, you have to really maximize your time between his visits. And if you don't, he'll starve to death because he has no money. Right. And you start over. And a lot of people didn't like that this was actually a roguelike where it's about runs, not about unlocking new things. You unlock
We're
them,
getting to
but
that point. Everything's a roguelike.
kind of, yeah. I mean, we were already there, I guess. But
Yeah.
I streamed this and had a ball. I had a lot of fun with it. I think it's quite good. And as long as you understand what it is and what you're getting into, it's really fun. A complaint that I have that's mostly a me problem. They have keyboard commands so that you can quickly imagine. Okay, so all that sushi stuff over here in this little in these buckets, they're assigned to like Q, W, E, A, S, D, Z, X,
like command
C.
card in StarCraft.
Exactly. Yeah. So you can quickly throw ingredients onto the pad by going, let's say it's A, E, and D. There's three things. So So you just go AED, bam, space bar. It rolls it. It puts it out in here and serves it to the people. You can get really fast with the keyboard. But I forget the recipes a lot because it's like, well, it's 2 of these, 3 of these, and a fish head. I'm like, well, is it? Because now I can't remember. So you got to hit M to bring up the freaking cookbook. You're burning time when you do this. Mm-hmm. And the memorization they're asking me to have for all these items is really thick. You
shouldn't have to open a cookbook. If you've ever worked like in a restaurant, you can put cheat sheets like on the baffled or whatever. Like the book, like you can put wall charts up. Like
I wish this let me do that. It should be up in the interface. Maybe they'll do something like that. It's in early access, so there's a possibility they may add that. That has been some of the features or the feedback. It's like, let me put something up here to tag it, like a little Post-it note or something that just says, keep track of this. But it's got interesting strategies. Like the rice pot you see here, you kind of always want to keep that thing cooking because not only does it make sure your rice buckets are full, because everything uses rice with the sushi. Not all of them. There's a couple of ones with that. But for the most part, you do. So you're always wanting to keep that kind of in rotation and not run out of the rice. And it takes time. But there are also upgrades. So like if I got an upgrade that says every time you're cooking rice, everything gets a bump in dollars and in tips and in XP while it's running. So when it's not running, you're actually hurting yourself for not using that because those are XP and money bonuses you're not getting now. So you have to think about a lot of stuff. It's very mouse keyboard friendly. In fact, I can't imagine this on a controller the way they've set things up. But you can also make it so, let's see, what was the other buttons? Basically, I forget how it works. There's a way to play this game entirely with a keyboard and no mouse at all. It's all just like quick keys. Combine those ingredients, hit space bar, push the thing up, and now on this side of the keyboard, hit these 3 things. But it's all also mouseable. And the entire time I'm playing it, I keep going, I think this game is actually harder without the mouse. Or no, I'm sorry, with the mouse. And that only the keyboard freaks who are like APM nerds are going to dominate in this thing's leaderboards. And it started
I felt
to
that way
annoy
about
me.
Mewgenics too, actually, because there's a lot of mousing around. I'm like, I feel like this would go faster if I had some shortcuts for sure.
Yeah, same idea. I think any especially if there's any kind of timer involved. And this isn't so much of a timer. I mean, it is. You're just waiting for that money goblin to show up. And I don't know what the exact time is of it, but when he does show up, everything comes to a halt. There are no day-night cycles, so it's not like open at 10, close at 5, like most of these kind of things.
I mean, I think that must imply that the guy who made it is an RTS player, because like that's true of StarCraft. You can mouse click everything, but like it's horrible.
Yeah.
Like you want to learn to use the command card. Like even if you're not a pro, you still want to like, make a control group, press 1, click A to make a Marine without having to go all the way back and use your mouse if you have your camera somewhere else.
This is guy's first game, and looks like it's also still pretty cheap. $8.99 is all I paid for this.
Poop tasty. Every time I see it,
Poop tasty.
Poop tasty.
Yeah,
Poop tasty.
And I just kind of like the vibe of it. And also, this is that same kind of art, but done in a way I prefer.
Yeah. See, when I'm looking at this, I'm thinking like, man, I just like this amount of color and like,
yeah,
it's just like I need to. It doesn't pop. It looks very.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you on that. I think
I understand that. That's how I feel about Diablo 4.
Yeah. Sure. Yes.
I like Diablo 3's colors better than Diablo 4. Sorry.
Oh my gosh. I don't know where I stand on that. I think I might disagree, but I don't hate Diablo 3's colors. I just like I like grim dark fantasy. I like dark fantasy.
It doesn't need to be gray to be dark. It just needs dark.
I kind of agree, but grim dark fantasy is often this, and for whatever reason kind of works for me. I can't explain it. Anyway.
It was your interview with Metzen that really solidied my opinion.
Oh yeah, because he's
about that.
Yeah, he's big on more color, more heroism, more
superheroic laser lights and stuff.
Yeah. Anyway, that game's great. Check it out, Goblin Sushi. And then finally, this is just a quick note because I don't think we got a lot of racing fans in the audience, but
they might be.
They might be. I don't want to assume anything. Shanafan, this is for you, buddy. I assume he likes racing games. I actually don't know. But got a gift from the Sack Maniac is his name.
Oh, Sack Maniac.
Yeah.
Sack Maniac.
Sent me some Humble Bundle links for some rally games because he had heard on the show how much I like rally racing. I prefer it over almost any other kind of racing. So whether it's arcade or super simmy, and everything in between. I would rather be in a rally car and on a dirt road in the middle of the desert or whatever. I love this kind of stuff. And there's this long-running series called V-Rally, which started on PlayStation 1 that got they got up to 3, and that was like 12, 15 years ago or something. And then nothing, just went quiet. Then suddenly, I missed this entirely, but in 2018, V-Rally 4 gets released. It's like this modern, beautiful graphic take on the V-Rally series. So kind of wedge this one in between your arcade and sim. You can get a little more simmy with it, but it's also just kind of fun, like Sega Rally style rally turns and drifts and all that kind of fun stuff. It is currently getting low reviews for recents, and it's simply because for some reason their online leaderboard stuff is off. And it may just be they had a contract for the game to go this long with online features, and now that stuff's over. A lot of games do this.
Like an 8-year-old release, that stuff tends to deprecate after a time.
Yeah, so people are in the reviews are just mad you can't connect to servers and compare scores.
Yeah, the 20 people who are competing online lost their service.
Yeah, essentially. That's the weird part is I don't even know who's doing that. I do like to see where I am on a national leaderboard or an international leaderboard.
Would you like to know how many people are in game right now on V-Rally?
Yeah, how many are in V-Rally 4 right now?
9.
Okay, so there you go. There you go. I got this game, or I would have gotten this game myself just for the campaign. So I wouldn't have cared about any online stuff, but.
It doesn't matter. A game can be fun. It doesn't matter how many people are playing it. But I'm just saying, that's probably why the online component is not working.
Yeah, that's basically
It's probably not worth it. But
I
also do get it. There is something fun about, especially when it locks into your friends list, and you can just without having to make a deal out of it, be like, hey, I beat your score.
Mm-hmm.
Just in case you were curious.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's fun.
I don't have any problems with rally games. In fact, I don't know why, because you said it's a long-running series, and I was like, what was the rally game that I used to play all the time? If you ask me, one of my favorite N64 games is Top Gear Rally.
Oh, yeah,
I used to play that game so much.
Yeah.
I loved that game.
Physics are really cool in that one, I thought.
And you could write whatever you wanted on your car. You could write words that you weren't
could put a
supposed
peen.
to say.
Yeah.
You drop penis.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel you, dude.
You could do whatever you want.
Whatever you wanted, baby. There's. I've said it before. I'll say it again. The reason I like rally games, I feel like the boss battle is the road, and I like the idea that it's all about physics and some chance and some risk about hitting the wrong bump at the wrong time or sliding just a little too far and taking out half a fence or whatever. There's something about that I just key in on. I just love it. So for whatever reason, I zen out on these things, and I think V-Rally 4 is exceptionally good at bringing back what you love about those old ones in particular. And it's just perfectly wedged between arcade and how serious do you want to take this. Lots of official cars, Toyota, Volkswagen, whoever, old cars, new cars, all the fun stuff. So anyway, if you're like me and you like rally games, this might be a sweet spot for you. All right, let's move on to Jonathan, who played other game. What'd you play?
Well, I bought 2 new games. One was I bought Neo 3, which I didn't play. Then I also bought the Dragon Quest 7 remake. And so having purchased that, I did what any reasonable person who just spent full price on a brand new release that will inevitably go on sale one day would do. And I played Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D remake instead.
Nice.
So I have spent a lot of time with that game now, and I'm here to say it's really good. It kind of feels like rediscovering so much of what I look at as, what we consider JRPGs is rooted in Final Fantasy, because that's what got popular over here. That's where most of the games are. There's a couple others that certainly have series that have taken off here and been big, but Dragon Quest is really kind of, some of them were big here, a lot of them didn't come over here. It's been a little all over the place. I never played it back in the Dragon Warrior days when it was known as that.
We just had a 40-year anniversary too, right? I think 40, 30, 40 for the series, I think. Anyway, sorry.
I don't know. I'm
continue
not sure.
on. Yeah.
So But this was what was super big in Japan. And so it's kind of feels like finding a missing link, because, you know, you watch like fantasy style anime and they reference so much stuff from this series. Like they pull so much stuff that's referenced and started here that just didn't make it necessarily into other series, that it's like, oh, this has informed me so much backstory on what I was seeing and doing before. It's like kind of eye-opening to see the way some of that stuff works. There are times where you look at it, like I got into my first fight and I'm like, it's like, what do you want to do? I was like, fight. And all of a sudden, all my characters start doing stuff. My character's like hitting things, and then another character's shooting spells, and another character's doing something else. And I'm like, I didn't tell any of you to do this. What are you all doing? What happened? All I said was I wanted to fight. I didn't pick any commands. So I had to go in and I had to set like, no, I want to tell all the characters what to do every round, please. Mm-hmm. I want to decide. I don't want you making the decisions for me. And it took me a while to figure out, even though it was very obvious once I found it, how to figure out how to speed up the battles. Cause I was like, this is really slow. This is going to take a very long time if I don't find a way to speed up battles a little bit.
Yeah.
But it does have the ability to set battle speed a little higher. And what I have found is that it is just a chill, super fun game to just kind of grind and walk around and explore on. It is not the most complicated story in the world. My other 3 party members are people I recruited in a guild. I named them. I created their class. There's nothing to it. It's they don't have stories. Even the main character doesn't have that much of a story. His dad was a hero. He disappeared, probably died. You're going out to follow in his footsteps. There's a bad guy. You should stop him. And now here's a bunch of fetch quests between here and there. But the art style is Akira Toriyama, which Scott knows I have strong opinions about his artwork. He brought up one little thing in chat, and
you went off man.
On it.
Yeah, no, you had lots to say. You're a huge fan.
His art style adds so much personality and stuff to whatever is in the game.
Like, look at this enemy right here. That's amazing.
Yeah, like you could fight a regular human caster, or you could fight that guy. I would rather fight that guy every time.
Yeah.
It just has so much personality, and even though I don't dislike it, but the HD 2D, people are over the moon. They recommend that as that's what we should do for every remake, and I strongly disagree with that. But here, with this game, at the very least, it works. It looks incredible. The art is beautiful. And I'm just having a really good time kind of rediscovering this series. This is based on 3. And even it is showing its age in a lot of ways with how it's designed. So who knows what happens if I go to 1 and 2. But it's a lot of fun, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. I definitely understand where the idea of Dragon Quest is a bit grindier for an RPG than most. But I don't care, because it's a game I put on while I'm doing other things, and I sort of chill and relax and play Dragon Quest and accomplish some goals and fight some fights and do something at the same time, have something on the other screen, and it's perfect for that.
Well, I'm excited to hear how this 7 remake thing is, because it clearly goes in some, a full 3D remake of the game.
Yeah.
And I'm curious how that plays compared to this sort of, I wouldn't call it Octopath Traveler style, but whatever they've done here.
I mean, it's kind of the same as Octopath Traveler.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just have to get through 3 RPGs before I can tell you.
Man, the JRPGs are strong at the Jagger House. My gosh, you're playing a lot.
Well, it's very easy if I get interrupted, which I frequently do, to set down and walk away for an hour and come back.
I will say all these games are getting a second life. It's kind of old news for me to say that, but they're so playable on handhelds.
Oh yeah, for sure. Which really takes advantage of that market being so burgeony right now. There's a lot going on in handhelds.
Right, well, now, like if you want to play a top tier, it's got to be like Final Fantasy 16 with crazy graphics, or Baldur's Gate 3 with tons of options. It's like, and these like simpler. Hey, do you want to fight or cast a spell or drink a bottle of something? Like that's
Sure. Something nice about
tell
it.
you a good story on the way.
Making me want to get it. This always happens. It's another game I won't beat.
I've been like salivating over this for like ever since my hemorrhoids started, when I was looking for games to play on handheld. It's just a lot of money. It's $80, right? I'm like, I don't want to spend $80 and be like, actually, I'm not feeling this.
So this one is a full. This one, the remake.
Do what I do. Go back to the first one, which is probably going to be cheaper, and work your way up to it. Maybe by the time you get to 7, it'll be cheap again.
There you
The
go.
first one, like Dragon Quest 1?
Yeah, 1, 2.
Well,
and
so I guess there is, and I think you guys pointed this out to me, or someone did. Dragon Quest 3 chronologically is the first.
yeah.
Right. They're all $80 right now. Yeah.
Oh, are all of them?
Really?
That's
I didn't know that.
From Canadian, 80 Canadian.
Yeah. I thought this.
Maybe you
I thought the
didn't pay as much
3. Let's see, 3 HD 2D remake. Oh yeah, it's $59. That's kind of full price.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's Canadian. It's 80. Maybe for you guys, it feels a little more palatable at 50 or 60. I don't know, but
Well, still, but it
80's a
still
big-
defeats
big
the purpose of what
purpose.
I'm suggesting, right? Like,
At
they're
the
all-
moment, anyway.
depends what country it's in. I mean, if you're in Australia, I think everything's up $200. So it just
it's like-
depends where you are.
New games are like buying a new console when you live in Australia. It's messed up.
There's a demo for 7 Reimagined. You can find out if you like
well, there
it.
you go.
Yeah, I might try that demo. That looks really pretty to me. I really want to see that game.
It does look cool, actually.
Yeah.
All right, Beau, it's over to you. You got a lot on this list.
Yeah, but I'll go through it quick. All right. But first things first, I got to give some shout outs to people. I don't know what happened this week, but I was a lucky boy. Okay.
They forgot the 3 host rule, but go ahead.
They forgot the 3. But listen, it may be a blessing, because if you don't end up playing the game, it's more guilt. People work hard for their money, and so I'm never, and I understand the value of it. So when someone spends $80 and I play the game 2 hours or not at all, I live with the guilt. It weighs on me,
I get it. Gives you hemorrhoids.
But that's not going to stop me from clicking accept. So gift at your own risk, because I'm taking them games. Okay.
Yeah, actually, one of the games you're going to think I was also gifted by Shatterproof, and it was exactly that thing. I was like, oh, someone gifted me a game. I was so happy. I was so excited. I looked at it. I was like, it's never going to happen. And like, I still hit accept. Sorry, Shatterproof.
I think I told one person one
I will
time.
never play games with balls. It is never going to happen.
I played it. It was all right.
Good for you.
It was all right.
Scott.
It was-
I'm not gonna play it, so I feel guilty about it.
It's one of those
never
games.
gonna happen.
You know those wooden things when you're a
just Christian
kid.
Bale, Scott.
When you're a kid, you had those boards. Sometimes you'd even make them, but you put a marble in there and you try to like carefully get it to the holes or avoid the whatever, get to the goal.
Yeah.
It's basically a game of a whole bunch of those, and it's made just for Steam Deck because it needs.
That's the problem. I don't use my Steam Deck that often, so it's going to require that I remember to use my Steam Deck, and that then on top of it, I remember to go get this game specifically for it. And I'm realistic. It's never going to get played.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Well, Shatterproof,
Maybe.
I played it.
I would say there's a 98% chance it doesn't get played.
Oh. Well, I probably had only a 47% it wouldn't get played, but I played it. It's all right.
Anyway.
For what it is, it's good. Anyway.
We
digress.
Thunder, because
No,
he
you're
wants
not
to
stealing my
thank
time.
for it
It's
as
fine.
well.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
fine. But yeah, I just want to give a shout out to Sir Poppin' Fresh. He gifted me yesterday. I don't know why, but it's lovely. Yakuza 3 with a new one.
Jeez.
Marathon in Crimson Desert.
Crimson,
Just like, holy-
Crimson Desert.
like, holy shit. Yeah, so I've got my date with Crimson Desert sorted. Thank you. And
Holy shit.
Marathon might be the one. Judging by how much I played Arc Raiders, I don't know. But I will give it a try. Maybe I'll love it. And of course, I'll play Yakuza 3, but not right away. I'm still got to finish Pirate Yakuza. But,
Sure.
Yeah. Anyways, thank you, Sir Poppin' Fresh, and thank you to Shatterproof for Game with Balls, Merlin for Ravenswatch, a DLC, and Skate Story, which I
Oh, Skate Story is that one you really liked the demo
you're a
of
skateboarder in philosophy hell.
Right.
So, yeah.
It's like all weird and Tron.
Yeah, I'm going to play that at some point. It's cool. But, yeah. So thank you guys for gifting. Now for the games I played, none of those. Actually, that's not true. I played Mewgenics. I'm going to go in reverse order just quickly because I thought I'd play some Deadlock, but all I did was go in and check out the heroes. But I just want to give a special shout out. They added a character called the Doorman. He's like a bellhop from the 1950s or 40s.
Yeah.
It's like the lamest thing ever, but also it makes it awesome. He's just a bellhop. And like his special attacks are like a luggage rack. Like he can summon a luggage rack at people.
Really?
And he can summon two doors, and it's like Portal. You can make a portal thing and transport yourself through. But he's a bellhop. Like, you know what I'm talking about,
That's
right?
great.
The guy with the cat. He doesn't look super powered or anything. He just looks like a normal ass bellhop.
Are you always asking for tips or whatever from your team, or how's that work?
I didn't listen to too many of his voice lines or anything. Like I said, I just tried out their abilities, but they have a ton of new characters in there. It's crazy. But special shout out to the bellhop. I like what they're cooking there. But it's like they're making heroes that aren't cool, and that kind of makes them cool, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's a really weird approach with this one. Like stylistically, I'm still a little head scratchy on it, but I'm all for it.
And it isn't just the occult; it's also like 1950s science, like BioShock scientists. Like there's these weird, physics people and stuff.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's all I did. I tried Merlin in Ravenswatch. Man, Ravenswatch still a super fun game. Yeah. Merlin's really powerful.
Good.
You know how they have Heroes of the Storm controls, so you generally get like 5 abilities and a passive, 4 abilities and a passive. But the way Merlin works, you end up having like 12 abilities. Like the control schema is not something I've seen in Heroes. It's like almost like, man, the Heroes developers should start paying attention to this game.
The janitor over there. Yeah.
When they relaunch some new Heroes, because of all the great stuff coming out of Blizzard right now, I'm expecting that Heroes relaunch any day. Let's go.
Gonna get that Diablo Warlock. Let's go.
Yeah. Anyways, it was fun. Let's talk about multiplayer Sundays. I was talking about we were going to play Enshrouded. I invited you both to join us. This first week was all about just getting set up. I'm never counting my chickens before they hatch. It's possible we got to Sunday and they didn't even buy it yet. So I don't want to get everyone all excited. And that's what happened. Everyone bought it Sunday and downloaded it. Yeah. And you have to compile shaders, and it takes a long time. So Crofton, of course, didn't compile the shaders. We didn't know. I'm not blaming him. But it took, we started at 7, and the shaders weren't compiled till about 9 o'clock. Yeah. And here's the thing: he couldn't run it because he's got a 9060, which you'd think a GTX 9060 can't be that old. I looked it up; it's like 14 years old or 12.
It's pretty
years
old now. Yeah,
it's pretty old, and it would not run.
Dang it!
And he got frustrated. I don't blame him. I mean, you can say like, "Hey, update your computer" and stuff like that, but everything he throws at it still kind of runs in some fashion. So this is the first time we ever got a hard stop. Like, no,
yeah,
your GTX is not allowed in here, sir. So he kind of bailed on it and got a refund, and then Pepperoni Pete got a refund, and the whole thing fell apart. Oh. Mike really likes it, though.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
Mike's going to keep it because him and his son like Valheim a lot, and this is just another Valheim.
Kind of is.
And now I'm going to play it, too, on my own. I was waiting, but now, so I'm probably just going to go ahead and start playing. I've already built the house and stuff. So Shrouded is good, but it's not doing the multiplayer. What we're going to do instead now, the plan for this week... we're just going to play Baldur's Gate 3 again.
Oh my gosh.
But we're going to play on honor mode, and I don't know how.
Oh, shit. Well, you
I'm
said
very
Crofton again?
intrigued.
Crofton's coming
Yeah,
back?
how...
What are your plans for the week after?
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly, John. I don't know how this is going to go. Everyone might step up because they like the sound of the challenge, but... Of the people on that panel, I'm the only one who plays hardcore modes in games, and I don't... when you kind of get enthusiastic about playing hardcore until you get your first kick in the nuts and you lose a character. Yeah. So, we'll see, but we're going to give it a try. Go for that golden dice. I'm in, they're in, and so let's go.
All right. So, I can't wait to hear how that goes, truly. I love hearing.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I hope it goes well. We'll be streaming that this week, I think. But anyways, so to the main event on what I played this week, it's Overwatch. Guys, you guys heard of a game called Overwatch?
I have. Yeah, it's a hot new deal.
It's been in beta for like 10 years, and
Yeah, had a brief sequel, I think.
Yeah. Overwatch is now back to Overwatch 1, and I want to say it says the game's as fun as it has ever been. Is it mind-blowingly different? No.
Yeah.
You push the payload in King's Row.
Oh, John loved that.
Imagine that.
It's like there's new maps, but I gotta say I don't think they released new maps at a fast enough pace. Even now, they're still playing a lot of the greatest hits.
Yeah,
but I think they change it up in the seasons, but I don't really follow, so maybe I'm wrong. But it could use some new maps for sure. Just change of environment. They could just keep even the design the same. But
I keep hearing that's part of the roadmap is to beef that up, like the character release too. I mean, this giant character dump is exciting, but I would love a map dump.
Even that map you're showing, that Cerveza has been around forever.
Yeah, pretty old.
However, the good news is like the UI. It's not altogether that different, but it's different enough from a usability standpoint. It's way better to use. Sort out your heroes, get them equipped. Like there's just so much shit. They're giving out loot boxes for leveling up your heroes now, so I just find you're getting more free shit than I did in previous times past when I've played. The battle pass is kind of the same, but I think the battle pass is always pretty okay. And yeah, the big news is they dropped 5 new heroes, and they're awesome. They're literally guys. Overwatch Cat,
good.
It turns out, troll heroes are kind of okay sometimes. So Overwatch Cat's ultimate is he dives down and knocks everyone off their feet. And then he hooks one of the enemy players, and I think you're supposed to do a Jeff thing with it. I don't know if this was intended with Jeff and Marvel Rivals, but people just learned how to not throw people into holes. But his whole ability is to like scoop somebody up and throw them in a hole, and there's holes on every map.
So is he flying constantly? Because he's
flying. Yeah, so he's not. Like Fire Out will run out of fuel, and you have to land.
Yeah,
and they're all like that. Not him. He hovers forever. Oh yeah, if you like flying. So the fun thing is now, because lots of people are playing Overwatch Cat, you have like these Overwatch Cat dogfights because there's a cat on both teams, and mostly I'm just ignoring the actual game and just 1v1ing the cat on the other team.
Yeah, this is the real Mewgenics, the sky fighting cats.
That's why Mewgenics has a hard time. Because I'm like, I could play this cat game, or I could play that cat game.
Cat fight.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like a different genre of Mewgenics. The other thing that's really powerful on him that you wouldn't think is his cat scratch, his melee. Like, because you're flying around and you're at range all the time doing all your shit, you never think about it. But actually, the number of people, like, as soon as I see somebody at 10% health, I like zoom in on my little flying thing and go, and it's just a pleasure knowing that when they see their death recap, that they're just going to see me like being a huge opportunistic asshole cat just coming in and scratching them.
Is it a good finishing move? Does it actually behave that way?
I mean, it's just a melee, but it's a scratch, and the default voice line is meow 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 meow.
Oh,
so
great!
If you can press that, you can fire that off.
That's great. What's his ultimate? Pick somebody up and huck him. Is that the one?
Yeah, it's pick somebody up and huck them. So you can do that to a friendly teammate, where you can hold on to a teammate forever. That's the other thing that happens. You're seeing it here. Combining him with McCree while McCree ults in the air is like a thing. I didn't even think of that.
Now we got new meta with the cat carrying people. Oh boy.
Yes, so you can just carry like characters forever on your own team. Like almost like a really weird Abathur hat, where you just like you float in the sky and you put Bastion up there in sentry mode. He's just like everything on the ground. The trade-off is you're easy to hit. You just know where to hide if you're up in air. But it's just funny because both teams will have a cat, so both teams will be carrying some character up in the sky permanently. It's really transformed the game, guys.
Yeah. Successful cat insertion or whatever.
I love Overwatch Cat so much. The only problem is I can't play him that much because everyone insta-locks him all the time. So then I'm like, oh shit, I got to play another healer. But I actually like Kiriko, so it's not that bad. The other healer is okay too. He shoots some knives or something like that. Whatever. There's 2 new supports.
Sounds awesome.
There's one that's awesome and one that I'm sure is good, but it's not as exciting.
Sure.
The other thing that was a pleasant surprise was I really like the new tank.
See the water guy?
No, Domina.
Oh.
She's like a Kim Kardashian, like social elite type.
Oh,
and you're like, how can that tank, right? Well, she has like giant robot arms.
okay.
So she gets to look all cool, but the robot arms are manipulating gravity and shit, and basically like your servant. So you can tank, but you're still like, okay, don't get any, get off of me, you gross thing, or
Is
whatever.
there an origin story all about how she made a sex tape and that made her famous, and then everything?
Maybe I haven't seen her origin tales.
Okay.
I was queuing all roles to complete weeklies for the battle pass, and I'm like, oh, I'm tank. I guess I'll play the new tank. And she kind of feels a little bit like Kel'Thuzad in Heroes, in the sense that you want to womble off on people. Like basically, you can build a wall, and bullets and shit will pass through it, but if anybody on your team has a knockback effect, the wall will count as hitting a wall. And you, of course, have this big push. So you put the wall down, you fire off an AoE that you have, and then you push them into it. And if you womble off like properly, you can just wipe the whole team. It's like, and it's fun. It's just really fun to play, actually. Which, looking at it, I was like, this character's not going to be fun to play.
Which turns out to be
actually,
kind of a
she's my favorite tank to play right now.
All right.
So yeah, she's a blast.
It's a really interesting design. Like,
yeah. Oh, it's creative because you're like, we got to find new, like, how many roided out characters are you going to do and call them tanks, right? Everyone that's a tank has to be like a giant, massive Reinhardt or Mauga or what, you know what I mean? And it's fun that they're like, no, she like has, she's very rich. So her shielding is all technology based, right? So she gets to still, be a socialite, and you still have all the like tank mechanics thanks to the arms, and her gun looks like a Gucci gun, but it's actually like it's very it's a big wind up, but it does a ton of damage when you connect with it. So it's really good at shooting Overwatch cat out of the sky.
good.
Yeah, so Domino's super awesome. The new heroes are just a blast to play. So I've been just enjoying Overwatch.
Nice. I'm excited to hear it. I need to play it. I'm going to play it. I installed it. I got it all updated. I just haven't had time.
You got to play some Overwatch. You got to play some. I think they just call him Jetpack Cat. It doesn't even have a name.
You playing tonight at all? Later?
Yeah, if you want to play, we can play. I'm down.
I got a quick meeting after the show, and and then I think I can play. I'd like to play.
All right,
why don't we do that? Let's play.
I would like to play.
Well, those are the games we played. Now, guys, here's the deal.
Do we want to save the break for after news so that we do it before the state of play?
I think so.
Want to do a break?
I think so, too. That's what I was going to suggest. Because that thing comes up at 3. We're going to try to rip through this news and have it be meaningful before then so that we can end this episode, start that one, and then be off with whatever PlayStation has for us. So let's jump into some of this news. Let's talk about the new class being added to Diablo 4 and Diablo 2 Resurrected and Diablo Immortal, or as John called it, the shitty one. Which I don't disagree. I mean, it's pretty shitty.
Diablo Immortal.
Yeah. Sometimes there are jokes in there for you guys. Sometimes there are jokes in there for everybody.
Yep.
I mean, the live stream chat was funny because as soon as the Immortal come up, it was just a sea of people writing next, skip, next.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Someone in the chat, Scipio, just freaking distracted me so hard with this sentence. Can you hook the cat with Roadhog? Beau, can you hook the cat with Road?
Yeah.
I'm playing tonight. We're playing.
But it depends how close he is. Your hook has a range.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
It may not be that effective.
Still. It sounds like fun to do.
You can definitely hook. You can hook the cat. You can Soldier 76 him and aim hack him. He's definitely counterable.
Yeah.
But he's still annoying. It's like killing him doesn't stop it from being annoying.
Mm-hmm. I get it.
He'll be back and flying around.
Well, anyway, back to Diablo. 30th anniversary spotlight. All right. They announced a bunch of stuff. But the key thing is Diablo 2, Diablo 4, and Diablo Immortal all getting a Warlock character. Warlock class. It is being voiced by Raul Coley, I think is how you say his name.
For Diablo 2.
For Diablo. Right. Oh, not for 4? I don't know who. I guess we don't know.
I don't know, but we only have one to go off of at the moment.
That's right. I'm excited about the new class. This joins the Paladin as the other two unreleased. But if you have Diablo 2 Resurrected, you can have access to their version of the Warlock yesterday or today, I suppose.
I think you still got to pay $30.
Oh, yeah, it costs. These aren't free. I should mention that. The Warlock is not like, hey, come get your thing. But if you think about Diablo 2 Resurrected, which has a toggle to be just straight Diablo 2, that game 25 years ago, the last class came out for that thing. It has been 25 years, and they're adding a new class to 2. That is a weird thing to say out loud.
It's very cool. So that's kind of my take on this is like we've been getting these updates from Blizzard. They did the World of Warcraft one. They did the Overwatch one. Now we got Diablo. And I think for me, the thing that's been cool, at least in the case of Overwatch and Diablo, is that while none of this really gets me back in the like, oh, I want to get back in the Blizzard zeitgeist, like none of this is making me rush out and spend any money or play games that I was kind of done with. This is indicating that they are thinking outside of the box. Like, or at least in, like with Overwatch, it clearly worked. Overwatch had queues, like for the first time in a long time. People queuing to get into the game. Like it has gotten a resurgence. It has worked. Diablo, I think this is probably going to work for them. It shows that they're not just doing the expected thing. Like if this had been, hey guys, here's the other class that's coming in that Diablo expansion. Thanks for coming. Bye. Like that's what everybody would have expected. The fact that they put a new class in Diablo 2 Resurrected, like that's crazy. That's different. And it's nice to see Blizzard doing different things. I think that's the right direction for them to move in. Again, it hasn't moved the needle enough for me to where I'm like, hell yeah, let's start pre-ordering stuff. But it's a sign that maybe things are hopeful because they're moving in different directions. And I think that's going to play to their strength. I agree with that. I think it's interesting to even see it. I didn't expect it. I didn't know Blizzard had been brewing on multiple fronts some pretty neat ideas. If anything, WoW's the one that seems like it's missing a magical hook, except I guess housing, but we've known about it for a while. Yeah. I mean, they're right on the edge of a new expansion, so it's hard to maybe expect too much from them. Yeah. But we'll see. I mean, this to me is an optimistic sign of change, right? Yeah, no, I think it's great. And you're also supporting a potential player base that only ever bought Resurrected and is stoked getting new content. I've said it before. I think Resurrected looks better than Diablo 4. I think the story of Diablo 2 is better than the story of Diablo 4. I think the only area Diablo 2 Resurrected kind of falters in is because it is so tied to original Diablo 2. I think from a gameplay perspective, it doesn't play as well. I think that with this, I kind of wish they were a little more willing to break the UI and modernize the controls a little bit. Yeah. Because obviously adding a new class, you're not afraid of getting away from the sanctity of that original game. So why not go that way with the UI a little bit and stuff like that. So I wish they would do that because honestly, I think Diablo 2 Resurrected is a better product than Diablo 4. I think that the current state of Diablo 4 is, I could make an argument for it, gameplay-wise. I think that game is pretty tight. Now, if you're just talking about the look of it, I get it. I totally get it. It's not going to be for everyone. But I think just the fact that they're supporting it is cool. Someone in the chat, Scipio, says meanwhile, the entire StarCraft IP catches another layer of dust. This wasn't a StarCraft event. They weren't going to talk about it at the 30 whatever year. But there was StarCraft news this week that they're doing like rumors of a shooter in the StarCraft universe. One that might not get canceled, like an actual they'll release it. Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll see. Everything remains Microsoft to be seen, might be like, we need to make our money back. What was that shit you canceled? Like, let's get back to Ghost. That was under someone else's watch. Maybe you know what? Maybe we're just gonna. What's the worst that can happen? We already released Redfall, yeah, it's true. Can't be worse than that, guys. Yeah, I hope that since they're kind of spending all their popcorn in one lobby here in the last little while, it makes me wonder what they hold for BlizzCon. What is that a StarCraft focused event? I see what you mean. Like, there's so much that has been talked about now. What is to be announced.
Yeah.
They actually stole something from your notebook. They trolled everyone really hard at the end of this presentation, where they did a whole, is the cameras off? Okay, anyways, they're never going to believe what we're going to announce at BlizzCon. And then they cut it off like right there, like on purpose.
Interesting.
So that's very deliberate. That wasn't actually a real accident, right? It's a very deliberate tease. The rumor is, the buzz is it's a remake of Diablo 1, but I don't know.
Well, it says this Diablo team saying that it's got to be Diablo related. Diablo 1 weirdly neglected. It would need true remake.
I love Diablo.
I did too.
1.
Dude, it changed my life, that game.
Yeah. I want a full remake.
I have such a fondness for that, and the way you can kind of every class that game, like a multi-class at the very least.
Well, there are only 3 of them then, right? So it was easier. But
there's 3, but like you can play the warrior and go crazy on putting points in magic and picking up spells, and you can be you can be a war mage if you want and stuff
that's
like
a
that.
good point. Yeah.
But what if it's not like D2R is like, oh, it's this dedicated like remaster. What if it's just like, no, we built a new engine for it? Like,
that'd be cool.
I'd love it.
It's Diablo 1, but it's a new game.
I still hope they keep true to some of the things you could do in that game, because I do think the ability to multi-class by how you build your character is a cool thing.
Yeah.
Here's something I miss about games entirely, which is, and Diablo 1 has it, which is it's like the whole game is the dungeon.
Yeah.
It isn't like, oh, we're going to these foreign lands and we're doing this weird thing where we're on the back of Sherpas or whatever, llamas or whatever the stuff is in Path of Exile.
Carry me, Sherpa. Carry me up the hill.
Yes.
This whole level's a caravan or whatever.
What do I pay for?
I love that creative stuff, but I miss the whole we're just going down. Like the whole thing is like we're going, and even Diablo 1's not deep enough. Like I have visions sometimes of like, man, I just really want a dungeon that goes
just keep
that
going.
goes down 100 floors, and forget all this. Like we must go to the Empire of Bloody Blue and tell the Queen there that we need our help for the big battle to come. It's like that's cool too and all, but I just want to be like, look, there's a devil in the bottom of this thing.
Yeah,
it's gonna take a while to get there. All right, and you're gonna need torches.
Yeah. There's a big pre-rendered devil down there we got to fight.
So if they could just like a 2026 ass graphics, plays great, don't even need to be multiplayer, just a single dungeon delve, charge me $80 for it, give me 100 hours of game time. I'd love that.
Yeah. And we're not talking Torghast, Kazumi. That's different. Not quite the same.
No, because isn't Torghast a castle?
Well, yes, but it was also... What Beau's asking
has to be underground. Has to be underground.
Plus, this is going to get us way too in the weeds.
Yeah, we'll get in the weeds on this, but we don't want Torghast. We don't want Torghast.
Sorry. Anyways,
it's a very different structure. I know what Beau wants. Beau wants loot and go lower. Loot, go lower.
Loot and go lower. And lower and lower and lower and lower.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, I just wanted to briefly, because I know we're trying to make for time here. I'm stoked for Diablo 4. I am too. Yeah. I've already have pre-order in. I'm glad we're getting the light and dark classes. Paladin was really fun. The biggest thing for me, there's lots of news about quality of life here, but the skill tree is getting reworked.
Yeah, all classes are getting reworked.
Yeah. If Diablo 4 is the new Diablo 3, because skill runes are coming back, where you can transform the ability based on one of 3 or 4 options.
The Herodric Closet or whatever the hell.
Oh my God, it's almost like they should have learned from Diablo 3.
Well, they're bringing back the Herodric cube, not Kanye's cube.
Yeah, it's not Kanye's cube. It's the other one. It's the actual
or whatever Kanye's cube. I find calling it Kanye's cube funny, but I hate calling it that because someone did pass away from cancer, and that's why they called it Kanye's cube.
The Kanai guy.
I kind of want to respect the fact that it's named.
I
after
forgot
somebody,
about that. Shoot.
But I do like calling it Kanye's cube. I think it's funny.
It's like Two Button Terry. There's probably someone named Terry who died, but we still like saying Two Button.
Is there a Kanye in Sanctuary?
No.
No. Can you imagine that? What if it's Deckard's grandchild, Kanye Kane?
You just hear him echoing down. I ain't saying she's a gold digger. Yeah. You got to go lower and lower and find him. But I ain't no broke one. They'd have to cut that line out. Anyway, hey.
Let's not say that one.
Let's not say that one. We'll see what happens more with that coming up. There's one final note here before we'll take a break in about 5 minutes. There's going to be a Baldur's Gate 3 TV show. And
are we going to skip the biggest news
what did I skip? Oh, shit. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do this. I did this last week.
The biggest thing.
No. I messed up. Just my eyeballs. It looks like the writing may be on the wall for Highguard and 2XKO. Lots of layoffs. They're both officially active. Highguard in particular, the high profile up and down of our lifetime here in the last, 5 months. They just about laid everybody off. That thing's...
I think when I talked about this game, I said I don't think it's going to be Concord 2, and yet...
kind of feels like it.
The only difference is they are still saying that they're going to keep the game going. The plan is to keep it going, but it's not. I mean, like, and it's kind of true of both of them.
Uh-huh.
Like, both of these games are like, no, it's still going. We laid off a lot of people, but we're still going. We're still going. The problem is that these are games that are free to play. Actually, I don't know if 2XKO is free to play, but it definitely has a store. They definitely want you buying shit.
I think it is.
And the problem is that when people hear that you've laid off most of your staff and you go, can you give us money for digital items and goods? Most people go, no, because I don't think you're going to be here tomorrow. Why would I throw that money away? Like, it's hard enough to get people to do that for games that they do believe are going to be around forever. And so it ends up, okay, people are saying 2XKO is free.
Yeah.
So
that's right.
it is a case of, I think there's a better chance for 2XKO, but it does look bad. And it does sort of seem like the writing's on the wall for both of them, unfortunately. Yeah. Like 2XKO, I did see this. I see chat saying it as well. The amount of people that they still have working there is big. Like, it's still would be considered having a lot of people on the team. So it has a chance, but I still think an issue is as soon as you start saying we're cutting staff, we're changing things, you lose people's faith. And if you're getting by on the money from those people's faith that your game is going to keep going and live forever, you're going to just start bleeding it to death, whether that's in a week, whether that's in a month, a couple years. Like, it's the start of a downward trend usually. And I would be very surprised if either game stuck around, unfortunately. I think for Highguard especially, it seems like the writing's on the wall.
Yeah, I think they're done. It's unfortunate across the board. The game runner, the lead of the game, his name is Alex Greener. This showed up in LinkedIn and basically said, unfortunately, along with most of the team at Wildlight, I was laid off today. So there you have it.
Bummer.
Yeah.
Highguard, not surprising though.
We saw it coming.
They didn't budget a year. It took everything for them to get out the door. It's
I was going to say that I've never played 2XKO. Now I don't. See, this goes to John's point. Now I'm like, well, why even try? It's like they've given up. So why would I play that?
But it might be more of a why would I play StarCraft? Like, it's still, they're probably still support it. Whereas Highguard's like, they're screwed because they don't have anything.
You think Scipio in the chat's onto something? We now have the Keeley curse. Is that a thing we do? Spell it with 2 Ks. And now if he ever gets up there and does a thing like that, we now go, oh, I'm worried about that game now. Like that?
I think it's already a thing. I saw a supercut of him. Somebody made a supercut of him praising games that went on to be failures.
Oh, no.
He praises every game he talks about on the Game Awards, so it's an easy thing to get a clip of, but he did he went all in on Highguard. So I think that's where
the part where he could have stopped was just posting that meme. I'll be accepting your apologies in 48 hours.
Yeah, had he not done that, we
Which
wouldn't.
John just did, by the way, as a reverse Keeley when he's like, I'll be accepting your apologies for saying this game isn't going to be like Concord.
Yeah, right? I mean, I don't know. I feel bad for everybody involved, but I always do. And it feels like this is happening so often that I'm starting to lose track of who's getting laid off. So I hate that.
I think it's just the budget plan. It's like, even it could still have been a failure, but at the very least, you've got to leave yourself something for post-launch operations.
Yeah. No, that's true.
So they knew well in advance that they had nothing for post-launch, and they were probably watching that trailer at the VGAs in horror, like the people who are in the know financially at the cover.
Oh, they're probably dying.
I hope this works because we are screwed. Can you imagine? I feel badly, man. It sucks.
It sucks. But one other note before we go, we'll probably go more into detail next week. But there's going to be a Baldur's Gate 3 TV show. Since we are right about break time, I think we hold that thought in our hearts. We don't know much about it. We know
we can chat about it next week.
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, that'll be just as relevant next week as this
it will
week,
be, and we'll know more then possibly. Right now, we only know showrunner, and that's it. It's Craig Mazin.
There's a little bit more that came out recently.
Oh, so it's already getting new stuff all the time.
Talk about it next week.
We'll do it next week. In the meantime, we're going to go ahead and close this one out. Tell you all at home, big thanks for listening, for hanging out with us.
Thanks for the short, normal-sized core.
The normal-sized podcast. Well,
Goodbye.
by our standards, by any stretch. But we'll be back with our coverage of the state of play right after we get back from our break. So if you're in the chat and you're hanging out, don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a second. I'm going to put the names of all our games in post, so you don't have to worry about missing out on Martha. It'll all be there for you to read. And we're going to poo, whatever it is we have to do. Yeah, it rhymed. Before Sony gets up and does their thing. So for us and for Beau, who just took off, that freaked me out, so that's why I got distracted. For me, for John, for Beau, who's already taking a break, we'll see you a little bit later. Watch for this episode. It'll post up as well, the Sony thing, so watch for it.
This show is part of the Frog Pants Network. Yes. Get more at frogpants.com.
Hope this is not Chris's blood.
Me too.